We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Tuesday.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Oh, nice move. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing is Smith. Flush to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Here we go. Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'm one.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Gun. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Godwin. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just set. 11. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go Sunday. Hey, trio left.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
On 2, ready?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action with Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Rams are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final.
1-1, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Ready?
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Burrow on play action. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams are able to add on to their first-half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Ready!
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Here's Jackson. And bulldozing his way through. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Burrow will throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
13 next.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
We're good.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
On 1, ready?
Gibson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11, 11, 11. Dot.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Gun, gun.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Dot.
They'll run with Gibson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Dot.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Up the middle, here's Walker. Oh, what a move. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Smith. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go, here we go.
From Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run.
Here we go.
And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
11 MT, take.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Now Burrow on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
Here we go. Here we go.
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Here we go.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hey, alert! Hey, it's a clip. 49, flip her off, 49.
Throwing now is Geno. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. 53, 53. Check 58. Come on, shot.
They snap it to Smith. Out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Here we go, here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now off to the races down the right side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 75 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Here we go.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Check 59, check 59. Lock runner.
Here's Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Hey, trio left. Come on, shot.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
13 there.
Throwing again is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Across midfield, Antonio Gibson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, on top,
CD,
on
it's
top,
all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Stop.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
On 2.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.